You'll have to excuse me. I have not been in good health for some time now. My name is Arthur Dimmesdale. I am a reverend in the puritanical settlement of Boston. People know me as a religiously devout man, compassionate and scholarly. It is true that I was a scholar for a while at Oxford, before I sailed here and settled in the New World. I believe, however, that what people consider to be my compassion is simply a byproduct of following the Word of God in the strictest sense possible. I am a true believer in the power of the Word, and I strive to allow the Word to flow through me during my sermons. More recently, I have started to allow my sermons to be influenced by worldly feelings and emotions, namely, guilt from a sin that I hold deep within my soul. I have prayed to God asking for guidance on this issue. However, I feel I have a responsibility as reverend to deliver sermons which will guide my congregation spiritually. Still, though, it pains my soul to see my communities find such value in words fueled by personal sin. Some time ago, there was a rather unfortunate happening within our community. A married woman, Hester Prynne, had an affair with a townsman and gave birth to a girl. Puritan society doesn't look kindly on adulterers, and since her public shaming, she has been the receiver of scorn and admonishment from my peers and hers as well. Her soul is damned to hell because she refuses to share the name of her fellow sinner. What is unknown to everyone, however, is that that sinner is myself. Hester was sent here from Europe by her scholar husband, who stayed behind to settle affairs. However, he was thought by the community to be long dead, as he never arrived in a ship from Europe. As her reverend, Hester turned to me for spiritual and moral support, and at a time of weakness I made a very costly mistake. The thought of Hester alone completely bearing the consequence of our sin weighs upon my conscience daily. She and I are unable to meet under the eyes of the town, and I find no opportunity to comfort her and give her support. So I have turned to God for physical and spiritual guidance. Unfortunately, I have found little relief in my vigils and meditations. With the encouragement of the townspeople, I accepted into my service a doctor named Roger Chillingsworth, whose practices involve chemicals and herbal concoctions. He tells me that my physical ailments are curable. However, his influence seems to grow more sinister with each passing day. Still, I will not upset my townspeople by rejecting his service. Recently, I have started to fear that my mortal conditions are permanent, and that my time in service to my community as reverend is growing shorter with each passing day. I continue to turn to God for support and for moral guidance through these personal crises. I have not yet found the courage to publicly accept responsibility for my sins. However, I will continue to pray, because through God all things are achieved, and I am certain that before my time in this world is up, I will have confessed my sins to my community.